Hey everybody, it's me, Lloyd Dobler, and yes, that Lloyd Dobler, you're just going to have to get over it. Welcome back to Chapter 2, Entry 2 of Season 2. Each episode, I share a chapter of the Tao Te Ching sandwiched around some of my thoughts about how, for example, the Overton window accepts American fascism but rejects Medicare for all, or my thoughts about trying to meditate like Ram Dass taught me to while still catching myself refreshing the feed to see if Diane Court ever opened that last email, or how Generation X learned to surf apocalypse waves on broken furniture. Why do I do this? I mean, does that sound like a podcast with a wide audience? I have no idea. What I do know is that we in the United States need to drive Donald Trump out of office, not with elections, not in midterms, because voting for better Democrats for the last 50 years is what got us in this mess in the first place, not with guns or violence, and not, my goodness gracious, with another online petition, but with a massive nonviolent revolution built on spiritual wisdom. Now, am I a master? Am I even spiritually wise? Am I a guru? Not really. I'm a fictional character from a 1980s movie who grew up and started duct taping Zen Molotov cocktails to your doom scroll. But are there any wise spiritual sages calling for this revolution? Not that I'm aware of. So let's roll up our sleeves, crack open this ancient text, and figure this shit out together. Are you with me, or are you with me? Now, if you were here the last time, Season 2, Episode 1, you remember that the Tao that can be told is not the eternal Tao, which is a hell of a line to kick off a podcast about the Tao. But that's how this works. The words aren't the thing. They're the feedback between what is and what's falling apart. And make no mistake, it's falling apart. We're living in the remix of the end of an empire, where you look through the Overton window and somehow we can't see Medicare for all, but we can see 50 grand signing bonuses to join ICE and invade our own cities. Now, America didn't just suddenly turn into this fascist state that we are now. It just finally stopped hiding the baseline in the old mix. It went back into the recording studio for a remix and a remaster and cranked that bass sound all the way up to Primus. So now they're all but saying the crazy shit out loud, because we all know, and now even the MAGA crowd is advancing policies that equate Make America Great Again to really mean Make America White Again, Make America Straight Again, Make America Scared Again. For all my life, the United States has been exporting coups like Operation Ajax and branding it democracy, selling regime change like Girl Scout cookies for the military-industrial complex. And now the imperial feedback loop has come home, roosting like one of Reverend Jeremiah Wright's chickens, blasting through your feed like a patriotic dubstep drop. So now we got a bunch of Pete Hegseth wannabes invading our cities and our neighborhoods. But the Tao says, stop shouting at the river. It's still going to flow. All this grasping, Lloyd, all this naming and defending the illusion, that's the noise we mistake for rhythm. Trying to be authentic is the fastest way to fake it. You don't need to be natural. Trying is the opposite of natural. Now, the author of the Tao, Lao Tzu's whole thing, he wasn't giving us a self-help manual. He's giving us the instruction sheet for uninstalling the ego. And when Lao Tzu talks about the master, I don't picture a man in robes on a mountaintop. I picture somebody who's finally stopped pretending to steer the river, someone who lets the Tao move through them. No agenda, no merchandise table, no campaign slogan, no prove me wrong tagline. That's mastery. Letting go of control because you finally realize there was never any control to begin with. And in dropping that illusion, something wild could happen. You stop performing power, start radiating ease. You get effortlessly cool, effortlessly authentic. You become the flow. And now for the reading. This is chapter 2 of the Tao Te Ching. When people see things as beautiful, ugliness is created. When people see things as good, evil is created. Being and non-being produce each other. Difficult and easy complement each other. Long and short define each other. High and low depend on each other. Before and after follow each other. Therefore, the master acts without doing anything and teaches without saying anything. Things arise and she lets them come. Things disappear and she lets them go. She has but doesn't possess, acts but doesn't expect. When her work is done, she forgets it. That is why it lasts forever. All right, so Lao Tzu basically just subtweeted the entire internet. Naming things is what we do, but the secret is in non-doing. It's that concept of wu wei, again, the art of letting go before your hand even clenches. So today I'm trying a little non-doing. You can try it with me if you want. Sit, unclench your jaw. Come on, your jaw is still clenched. Unclench it. Good. Breathe in through the nose. Hold it for a count of 5. And let it go through the nose. Hold it for a count of 5. Repeat. Breathe in and notice what your brain does when I say, don't think about Trump. Exactly. There he is. Big Mac in one hand, grabbing a pussy with the other, his limp red tie swinging in his crotch. Duality in action. The mind rebels against negation. So the Tao tells us to quit naming things altogether. The minute you name it, you trap it in polarity, like catching a butterfly and complaining it won't fly. I mean, Lao Tzu also says the master acts without doing anything and teaches without saying anything. Okay, that line is haunting me a little bit because, hello, I literally teach by saying things. And podcasting, it's been weaponized saying things. Charlie Kirk was a bully with a microphone who weaponized hate, wrapped it around a crucifix, and tried to fuck us all into white Christian nationalism, and it made him rich. His influence on national politics is even stronger now that he's food for worms. Prove me wrong. Diane used to tell me that my problem was I wanted credit for being humble. She wasn't wrong. So yeah, I'm working on that. What if we stopped trying to fix the world and started witnessing it? Not passively, but present. Like the Tao says, things arise, she lets them come. Things disappear, she lets them go. That's wu wei. That's grace. And while I'm naming things, that's the opposite of cable news. So here's your little guided non-meditation to practice between now and episode 3. When the world screams at you to pick a side, try standing still And maybe you'll see a side you couldn't see while you were busy picking one. And maybe that side is not MSNBC and the Democrats. It's not Fox News and the Republicans. Maybe, just maybe, it's a new revolutionary path forward. I'm on that path, or at least I'm looking for it. You coming with me? All right, friends, that was chapter 2, One Paradox Closer to Peace. And if this helped you unclench something, your jaw, your politics, your plan to fix everything, you can help support this project with a monthly contribution at patreon.com/Tao of Lloyd. I'll see you next time for chapter 3. From the edge of the empire in the center of self, this is the Tao of Lloyd.